Woo! Oh boy, here we go. Oh, it's that time. I'm gonna wipe it
It's
off
that time
brow.
again.
I'm gonna wipe it off on the brow here. Woo.
Oh boy.
Oh, shit.
Boy.
All right.
The truths are about to be
Gonna
start
start hurting.
Oh,
Gonna start hurting. Here we go. All right, guys. We're gonna start with pretty basic. We're gonna start pretty basic, guys. We're gonna continue something I was talking to you about this week. If you saw the shows this week, 97% of ICU beds in Texas Medical Center now occupied. COVID-19 cases reach record highs. Now, here's the important thing to recognize about this headline. Technically, this is not fake news.
That's not technically.
Yeah, technically. Technically, this is accurate. But it's not quite what it sounds like, guys. Okay, so let's look at some detail down here. Where was the paragraph that I wanted? The normal base occupancy rate at the world's largest medical center here in Houston, Texas, is 70 to 80%, which means they're only up 17.
Right.
It's not like it was empty and now only COVID people are packing the place in. It says somewhere in here that COVID patients are 20-some% of the entire occupancy, right? So it is not an entire hospital full of COVID patients. That is not the case.
That's what they make it sound like in the headline.
That's what they make it sound
though.
like. And here's where we've got to start sussing this shit out. Because it's very easy for both sides of the political spectrum and thus the media spectrum to take true things, keep the what, and change the when, where, and why in order to steer things to what they want it to sound like. And if you don't fucking believe me, how do you think I put my shit together? You know what I mean? Now, this says 97%. It wants you to think that it's a goddamn catastrophe down here in South Texas, and it is not. However, it doesn't mean that it's all fake. There is a spike in cases. And let's see it from one of our favorite local celebrities here. Bun B says,
Hey!
Please stop playing with this virus because his son just got COVID-19. Damn.
Oh,
Stop
shit.
playing with this virus, y'all.
Stop playing with this virus, y'all. And if y'all don't remember, Bun B was the guy last year in Houston when a guy tried to break into his house and his wife answered the door and screamed. He came down the stairs with 2 pistols and filled the dude full of lead. Got off scot-free because we got getting in the house, too. Bun B's awesome.
God bless America.
Oh, Bun B's awesome, man. And he's real big on any kind of local community type stuff. He's one of those guys that shows up at fucking everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's unfortunate, man. Someone right there in with the fucking family. And he's not wrong. We have had a spike in cases recently. The problem with this is, and this is what we were talking about this week, what people need is accurate medical information, not scare tactics to lead them down one path or the other. And if you don't think that that's the case, think back to the beginning of all of this shit. And I wish he was here so I could use him as an example right there with it. But remember Sinatra in the first week of this, Drunkle? He thought it was the fucking apocalypse, dude. You remember that?
Yeah, he was really excited about that, actually.
There was a lot of people, and I only use him because we all know him and talk to him. No hate on Sinatra, of course. I'm just saying, and for good reason, in the beginning, he, like many people in America, were terrified. And what I'm saying is that when it was all about blaming China, seemed like the conservatives were very doomsday about the whole thing. Meanwhile, the liberals were talking about, ooh, it's not a big deal. When here recently things have switched. Now that the government's trying to force people to do stuff, which nobody fucking likes, now the conservative folks are going, fuck this virus, I'm not wearing a fucking mask, and the liberal people are saying, oh, you gotta do all this. It's been a very strange passing like ships in the night scenario, right?
I've noticed that. I've noticed it completely. It's been very weird.
And Phil, I feel like me and you have been correct from the beginning. We've even got a cold open talking about it that's still accurate if you watch it now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But, here's the problem, man. Everybody wants to push off the blame in order to facilitate their own story. And I don't want us here in the Whale Gang to get suckered in by this crap. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here real quick. So, bam. Here you go. Here's a very left-leaning story in the general run of things these days. Parties, not protests, are causing spikes in coronavirus. It wasn't us. It was the other guys.
Right.
Nah, I mean, what
Wait a
is...
minute. Well, hold on. Story in 2 parts. Pence defends Trump campaign rallies despite surging coronavirus cases. Oh, we have an election coming up this year. It wasn't us. It was the other guys. Yeah, so everybody is denying any responsibility, even though all of you are out there rubbing your butt cheeks together. Nobody thought that would maybe affect all of this. And again, you need accurate information. It's not gonna kill everybody. It's just a high infection rate, man. I'm sorry, Drunken, what were you saying? I just wanted to get both.
Oh, no, it's all good. I mean, there's no difference between a party and a protest. There's still mass gatherings or indeed a campaign rally. Mass gatherings of people. But it seems America, and I'm sorry to shit on your homeland here, but America has turned a scientific issue into a political one. And it's really not doing you any good.
That's fucking exactly what I'm fucking saying, man, is that we are using sick and dead people as chips in a fucking pile to bet on a political party. And that is ridiculous, man. We need accurate information, but it's so hard to make that happen. Because, to be honest, to break it down to the simplest, what would have to happen is Trump would have to tweet accurate information, and then Nancy Pelosi would have to agree with him. And that's never going to happen. Neither one of those things are ever going to fucking happen, man.